Welcome guys, welcome back to another video. In this video I will be teaching you guys how to choose a pair of scissors, how to care for scissors, and also most importantly how to cut hair with a pair of scissors. Now some people call them shears and scissors, same difference. Okay, you can call them whichever you want to. Let me know what you call them in the comment section. Okay guys, so let's go. So this, I'm showing you guys some different type of cutting combs. All right, so this is one. I like this one for dry hair cutting. Love it. It parts the hair perfect. This one is nice for dry or wet. It has the nice tooth at the top right there that is perfect when it comes on to parting the hair. Now this little one here, it's okay, but it's not my favorite. No, this bad boy is my favorite of all time, of all my cutting combs. I love this, whether cutting dry or wet. I love it. It's just small and just neat. So let's go for the first scissors now. Now this one is stainless steel. I absolutely love it. I got this one off Amazon. It is very nice and loose. I love it. This, as you can see, it has that little knob at the tip, so you can loosen it or tighten it. However, you must make sure that your scissors is not closing too tight or opening too much, just like I'm doing right there. You just need to have a little gap. So if it's too tight, the hair will flick over the blades, so you don't want that. All right, so this next one is now this is a 5-inch. The previous one that I had just now was a 6 inches. I prefer to use it when I'm cutting dry hair. Now this one I love to use when I'm cutting wet hair, right? And I'm showing you that that blade doesn't close. Love it. And that is a thinning shear. I hope you all are familiar with a thinning shear. What this does is just kind of add texture to the hair and blend the hair a little more. Now what I'm doing here, I have some Andes shear oil that I use on my scissors. Love it. So you know, I recommend you guys do this twice per week. So you would tab a little right where I'm doing it now at the scissors and the other side, both blades. Not too much, just enough to lubricate the blades. And I'm just making sure that that oil is on the length of the blade, and I'm just, you know, kind of making sure that it's all over the blade. Now this way your scissors won't ever rust at all, right? And I'm working that because I want this can allow for any hair that is stuck in the shear to come out. And I'm doing the same thing for the other two. So you guys, let's now move on to how to hold the scissors, how to hold a pair of scissors. So remember I told you guys this is a 6 inches in size, right? So let's talk about how to choose a pair of scissors. So you want to make sure that when you go to buy a pair of scissors, make sure that it is not bigger than your palm, right? So if you have a smaller palm, please go for a smaller, shorter scissors, right? So as you can see, measure it from the tip of your index finger, which is your pointing finger, and make sure it doesn't pass your palm, right? And when you can do that, then you know that that scissors is the right fit for you, right? You don't want it to be too long. It can become uncomfortable. So that's perfect. And now I'll show you this one. Now this one is actually 5 inches in length, and I love this one because it's nice and small and neat, right? So you can see how I put it in my palm and I can hold it. I can actually enclose it with my palms. Perfect. You want that in your scissors, right? So let's talk about how to hold your pair of scissors now. So first thing first, make sure that your ring finger, not your middle finger, your ring finger, see, ring finger is going through that side of the scissors, and that little thing on right where I'm touching right now, that is a pinky rest. So you're going to want to make sure that your pinky is resting on that. That's what it is for, you guys, to rest your pinky so you can relax your finger while you're working the scissors. And for the other scissors hold thing, your thumb is into that, and you want to make sure that your thumb is not too much into it. Make sure you don't allow the passing of your nail. Make it right above your nail bed or your cuticle area. Make sure that you're not putting your thumb too much into the scissor, right, handle. And then you're working it and you're working it, making sure that now, as you can see, you guys, you're moving only one blade, and the blade that you're moving is the one that your thumb is in, right? So the other one is to be remain straight, remain still, and you're working that thumb. It is the thumb that does all the action when you're moving the scissors, not the other fingers, right? Your thumb is doing everything. Like, one of your blade is not moving, one of your blade is stationary, and this allows for a straight cut. Yes, can you see that? Right, my one blade is moving, and that's the blade that my thumb is controlling, like that. So you guys, if you're just starting to do haircuts and you want to make sure that you're doing it the professional way, the proper way, please practice to hold your scissors. If you're watching a movie, if you're resting, or you're just relaxing, get your pair of scissors and practice to flex your fingers and make sure that blade is straight and you're only moving one blade. So this will take some practice, but it's worth it, you guys. For my beginners, you don't want to be in the salon at all and you don't know to hold your scissors. That is unacceptable. When you're holding your scissors properly, it is just great. You are comfortable, you look more professional, and just learn to do things the right way. So I thought this video was perfect because I have not uploaded a hair cutting video before, and I just thought, this would have been the first thing y'all should learn when it comes on to hair cutting. So guys, enough of me talking. Now we're talking about combing the hair now and holding the scissors, right? So I'm there combing the hair. Excuse me. So I'm there combing the hair, and I'm like, okay, while I comb the hair, what do I do with my scissors? So I'm going to show you now 2 different ways that you can hold your scissors while you're using your fingers at the same time. So now, you guys, this, as you can see, the cutting combs, they have 2 different size comb teeth, right? They have 2 different sizes. So what this does is that sometimes you're going to want a smooth type of comb through, and you're going to want to have to use a small tooth of the small teeth of this section of the comb, right? So that helps you to turn the comb all the time. So now I'm showing you guys how I flip my scissors. Now, this is not my favorite way to do it, but a lot of people like to do it this way, and I just want to show you guys. So in the event you like to do it that way, you want to learn to do it that way, you have it right here. So what I'm doing, I hold my scissors in, put it on my ring finger, as you know, hold it with my little finger. Let's go. Carry it back, grip it under there with my pinky, and then I'm flipping my wrist and I'm bringing it back to the palm of my hand, which is on my 4 fingers. So yes, I'm doing that. So, and then I'm ready to use my scissors now. So I'm flicking that out. Bam. Pinky under, comb your client hair, flipping it out, bam, flip in, use your pinky to reinforce that beneath your finger, right? And you're combing through and you're combing through and you're ready to cut. You flip out and tuck in your thumb and you just start to cut, right? Flip in, grip with your pinky finger, comb, flip out, and then you start cutting your client here. You're cutting and you're cutting and you're cutting, and as you can see, you guys, when you allow your index finger and your middle finger to create that reinforcement that the hair is going through, you want to make sure that you're cutting the hair and you're resting that the scissors blade on your middle finger. You hold your comb and you're resting the blade on your middle finger. And you flick out your scissors and you start to cut. And take note of where my comb is at. My comb is right between my thumb. Right in between my thumb, and I'm resting that scissor blade on my middle finger to make sure that I have a flat surface to cut the hair, right? And I'm going through. As you can see where my comb is at, well, nice and tucked, comfortable, right there. So you have your fingers to part the hair and everything. Now you guys, this is another technique now. Can you see how I'm holding my scissors right in the palm of my hand? That is how I prefer to hold. That is how I like to hold my scissors. It's more comfortable to me. And as you can see, my comb is tucked into my thumb, right? It's not going anywhere. And that ring finger is holding it. Can you see that? My thumb, the comb is in the middle of my thumb and my ring finger. And then my finger is held straight out and my scissor is just going back and forth, cutting the hair on a straight line. And again, my thumb is doing all the work. My thumb is doing all the work, and that blade is the only blade that is actually moving. So let me show you again. That is my hair. I'm combing my hair. I'm combing my hair to cut it. I rest that comb under my thumb and I'm just going to cut. Let me show you again. Combing my hair. That comb, resting it beneath my thumb, and I am now cutting the hair with my thumb, doing all the work. Now I finish, I just hold my scissors in the palm of my hand and I'm holding my comb and I'm parting the hair and combing the hair. If I need to use the smaller side or the bigger side of the comb, I can just turn it and twist it because my fingers are free. Now this is the other way that I showed you guys first. This is why I don't practice to use the scissors, the flipping method, because I feel like sometimes it doesn't give me enough control over my comb whenever that scissors is tucked at my pinky finger, right? So this is my favorite cutting scissors when the hair is wet. I love to use this when the hair is wet. It's so tiny and it just so nice to use. So I'm showing you guys again the way how a lot of people like to do it. I believe that they flip that wrist to flick out the scissors like I'm doing now for special effects. Honestly, I don't feel like it does anything because I've used both technique and I prefer the one that I told you guys that I prefer, the one that I'm holding the scissors in the palm of my hand as opposed to behind my pinky. All right, so let's show you now how I actually cut the hair itself. So I have my mannequin head right here and I'm combing the hair. My scissors is right there. I just flick it out and I'm just good. I don't have to flick my wrist. I don't have to do anything like that. See, I'm just putting it back in the palm of my hand and my fingers are still free. I can comb my hair. I can do all of that. You see, my scissors is just tucked right there. It's nowhere. It's just right there. Now I finish combing. Now I put my comb and my thumb is holding it, and I'm cutting the hair. Now I'm showing you my least favorite. No, this is it. That's where I'm holding it. Now I'm combing my hair while it's at the side. My scissors is right there. My pinky is gripping it. It's not falling. It's not going anywhere. Now I have my section ready to cut. My section is ready to cut. I put my comb right there. My thumb is holding it. Now I'm flicking out my scissors. Bam, flick out, bam. Now I'm cutting. And you guys, please remember, don't cut past that second knuckle. All right, don't cut past that second knuckle. You're going to cut yourself once you do this. And yes, you guys, I learned from experience because I've cut myself multiple times. I'm like, yes, I can cut past that second knuckle. See, I just did it in this video and I keep cutting myself. So you guys, you don't want to be in the middle of a haircut and you cut yourself and you're bleeding and you have to get a band-aid and it's just too much. So you don't want to do that. So try not to cut past your second knuckle, right? So yes, you guys, this is it for this video. I hope I covered everything that you guys would want to see, and especially for the beginners that is not well familiar with hair cutting, you guys, hairdressing, you have to know how to cut hair. Okay, all right, thank you so much for watching and bye.